Hello, welcome to TV Talks, a show where I talk about TV, pretty self-explanatory. Today we're going to talk about my favorite show, King of the Hill. Really a great show. I don't even know where to start. I think we should start at the fact that it has the best family dynamic of any show. Because every cartoon has the same dynamic. The dad's dumb and neglectful, sometimes abusive in the case of Family Guy. The mom might be a good mom or might be bad in the case of Lois Griffin, sometimes just as bad. But with King of the Hill, it's completely different. You look at Hank Hill, who is this hardworking American, and he's not always perfect. Like sometimes he can be bad, but he's trying to give Bobby a better childhood than he had, which is very admirable. And he doesn't show his feelings because of how Cotton raised him, and that sometimes that can lead to really funny moments in the show. And this actually does conservative comedy right, because it makes fun of both sides. Like they had an episode where they made fun of hippies, and they were trying to teach. He was trying to teach Bobby self reliance by going in the woods. But he also had an episode where he makes fun of, really right wing Christians, like the haunted house, and how some Christians think Halloween is awful. They made fun of that by saying just let the kids be kids. Hank Hill's a very moderate American. If you've seen the show, I don't think he would support Trump. There was this one episode where he shaked George Bush's hand, and he almost stopped supporting him over a limp handshake. So he'd find the grab them by the pussy comments, or the fact that Trump eats his steak well done with ketchup, that he wouldn't support him over that. So he wouldn't like Trump. So Hank Hill, he's conservative in the way of like, men should do this and women should that. But over the show, his viewpoint changes because he's fine with gay people. He actually stands up for gay people. He'll even stand up for a prostitute if he finds that they're willing to do good for others around them. I mean, there was that one episode where Hank was a pimp. And that leads me to another thing, too. This show has a stereotype of, oh, it's boring. Oh, nothing happens. It's just a normal show. But no, it's not. There's episodes where Hank gets raped by a dolphin. And then he finds the guy who owns the resort and he throws him in to get raped by the dolphin. Hank's a bit of an alpha male, okay? If you think Andrew Tate's the top G, it's actually Hank Hill. There's an episode where he stands up for America, Theodore Roosevelt style, and beats the Canadian at a lawnmower competition or something. Not an actual competition, but they try to mow Boomhauer's lawn. That's another thing too. Characters, I'm gonna rant about Family Guy here. Characters in Family Guy, their whole personality is like just one thing, Hover the pervert, he's a pedophile. Quagmire, he's a sex pervert. Whatever. Chris Griffin, he doesn't have one. The characters in King of the Hill are more nuanced. Like, yeah, Dale's a conspiracy theorist, but he's also weak and his wife cheated on him, which makes him the best character ever. He's a conspiracy theorist who can't see his wife cheat on him. Boomhauer, they could have easily just made him like Quagmire, but instead he's this guy who's into classic cars. He's into all this cool stuff. He's also the voice of reason, too. He's basically like a bachelor. Bill is the guy who peaked in high school. Basically, I don't know. Out of the four, he's probably my least favorite, but he's still well written. It's just sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's not. He's really well written though, but out of the four main ones, he's my least favorite. Two dynamics in the show that was super important. There was the one between Hank and Cotton, because Cotton is super abusive and neglectful, always saying how Hank should have died 2 days after his birth, and I think they go perfect together because Hank is the most normal person ever, and Cotton's like this over. I don't know the word, but he's just a real quirky guy, Talking about how he wished his son died. I remember this one scene where Hank's like, "How many people did you sleep with? 6, 7, 248." I don't know if it was exactly that many, but it was a lot. You know, and Cotton's very disappointed in him, but Cotton's all right to Bobby. He's most of the time pretty sweet to him. And then Hank and Bobby. You see, Hank's, you're all American. He's all working hard at his job. He's the assistant manager at Strickland Propane. He played football as a teen, and Bobby is the Antichrist. I mean, not really, but he's weird. That makes. But here's the thing: they could have made Bobby just some lazy Chris Griffin type, but no, he's actually. There's episodes where he's good at shooting guns too, and then Hank's the one bad at shooting guns. It could have been Dango. Ah, all these kids don't know how to shoot guns. Everything has gone woke, I'll tell you what. I think I want to do a top 10 King of the Hill episodes. I think my favorite one, thinking about this, is the one where Hank teaches shop. But I don't know. I need to rewatch a few of the earlier season. And then some of the other characters let's probably talk about is John Redcorn. He's the one who's banging Dale's wife, who Dale does not deserve Nancy. Doesn't deserve the evil Nancy. Dale's too good for Nancy, right? There's one episode where this exterminator lady comes, and Dale's like, she has your hot body and my intellect. And Nancy's like, oh no, he's gonna cheat on me, even though she cheated on him for like 15 years, but that doesn't matter. And then Dale, like, can you believe she was trying to hit on me? I'm like, dude, I'm married, so that's a good episode. And it does conservatively comment well. I think I mentioned this, but it doesn't go, these kids are woke now, I'll tell you what. Dang old, I caught Bobby watching gay furries, I'll tell you what. Instead, it shows Hank and his friends watching this ever-changing world, and then how his dad reacts. Like, there was this one episode of a female preacher, and his dad went insane, and Hank just kind of thought, I hope. Actually, I'm not going to do the impression, but instead of, caring about the female preacher, all he cared about is getting out of church in time for the Cowboys game. And and he took the blame for Bobby burning down the church on accident. That's probably the only nice thing Cotton ever did. One of the funnier characters is that one kid. I don't think of his name. Your wife left you? I don't remember his name, but I don't know. He was funny. Dooley, yeah. Anyway, this show is amazing. I need to do an in-depth review of it. But for now, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want. If you don't like this video, then leave.